and welcome back to the channel. FOOOOL. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you like videos like this.
That is a dinosaur.
I'll be right on him. Come on. Oh, yeah.
Why is it that when people make claims that The Simpsons allegedly predict future events, 9 out of 10 times they come true? And why do I say that? Because there are alleged rumors that are floating all over social media regarding NASA and this thing called Project Anchor. And this Project Anchor allegedly was brought to life in the year 2014. And the reason for the creation of this Project Anchor was all due to a date in the future that they were very, very concerned about. And that date is August 12th, 2026. And what is allegedly to occur on August 12th, 2026? Earth is to lose gravity for 7 seconds. I'll repeat, 7 seconds where gravity just comes to a stop. And according to some alleged videos and articles that have been posted all over social media, it is not an explosion, it is not permanent, and it is also not the end of the world. But 7 seconds is long enough to cause a ton of chaos. So basically the claims are it'll be a temporary gravity collapse that will last long enough to cause chaos, but short enough for Earth to survive. And some of the videos go on to claim, because it's so short, that's the reason why there hasn't been any public warnings issued. And others are warning that our government has been warned, allegedly, that even a few seconds of gravity loss could be severely catastrophic. And also to note, allegedly, this is where Project Anchor would come in, where it would help to stabilize any of the chaos that is going on during that 7 seconds. And I am in no way saying that this is a guarantee to happen. But I guess my question to you is, if it does happen, what do you think could go wrong on Earth with us having a 7-second gravity stop? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
The movies always tell the truth. What if I told you that there might be some other reasons that we want Greenland? Not just movies. People like George Orwell with 1984, maybe he knew what was going to happen. This look familiar? This is George Orwell's 1984 map. You can see the US in the blue and all of what it owns. That seems a little bit too close when we look at the geopolitical landscape right now. And of course you heard about Apophis, which is the god of destruction, they say. And ancient tech from a guy who was right about a whole lot of stuff. And then we start talking about the president's third term. I mean, y'all, this is just outrageous. So let's start right here. There's a movie made that's called Greenland, in which they were the only location that can survive the apocalypse or Apophis, which even ancient manuscripts talk about. And remember, I just showed you yesterday, the president said we'll take Greenland with or without problems.
I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
Speaking of the hard way, the US State Department just released this video on what it was like to do the Venezuelan raid and about their technology that can make people bleed out their nose, throw up, vomit, and pass out. Which, by the way, is the same exact thing that Venezuelan bodyguards are talking about. You know, the bleeding out of their nose? Really crazy. And coincidentally, at the same time, we not only have a Trump insider talking about he will have a third term despite the 22nd Amendment, they already have a plan, but also, the president said while he was running, my beautiful Christians, vote this one last time, you won't have to do it no more. And then we have this theorist who I believe passed away in 2018, look into it, where he's talking about how Greenland has ancient tech under the ice.
Well, the spacecraft that is anchored in the center of Greenland created the last ice age 50,000 years ago. It's a weather machine. It's 55 miles wide, 300 miles long, and 2 miles high. The people that lived in it were called the Mois.
If you know, you know. Greenland, Alaska, a place in Russia. So am I really reaching, or does it really seem pretty planned out? If you think it's reaching, then you are just oblivious, my friend.
All these drones we've been seeing in the past 2 years is reverse engineered alien technology. Only because if you look at certain patents, if you look at the triangular
TR-3B.
Yeah, the anti-gravitic propulsion triangular aircraft, right? So there's a few of them, which is crazy. If you look into these patents, right? So some of these patents, the trail goes cold.
Yes.
Think about this. Why do patents have to be established in the first place? Who do they go to? The Department of U.S. Commerce, right? Which is the government.
Right.
That means all your ideas have to have an apparatus, a working apparatus. That means it just can't be an idea. You send it literally to the government. Then, if it works, and they're like, okay, we could use this probably for military. You're gonna come work for us now. So then the patent goes cold, it gets abandoned, right? So check this out. So there is an engineer, a mechanical engineer by the name of John St. Clair from South Africa, migrates to America, graduates from Cornell University with a mechanical engineering degree, goes to Kodak to work for Kodak. Now, a lot of people who graduate from these prestigious universities with these degrees go to Boeing, Kodak, all those places, right? So he goes to Kodak, starts to file all these patents, one of them being the anti-gravitic propulsion system. It's the triangular one, right? Then he files another one to walk through walls. And he has a bunch of other wild patents, right? They all go cold. It says abandoned. Then he mysteriously dies in 2021 and nobody's ever heard from him before that.
Okay, now look, bro. I interviewed a dude. He said somebody showed up in his living room out of nowhere, had on some weird clothes. He said it felt like it was a person, but he said he chalked it up to supernatural because he said they just showed up in his living room, like phased in, gave him some information, offered him to come leave with him, and he phased back out. I heard the same story from a former military veteran. He said they were in restricted waters. A person phased in to the captain's quarters of the ship, told him to get the fuck out of this area, and phased out.
They got this technology, y'all. Like, that's the thing. Like, why is it that Tuttle, which is an investment company, has a basket of reverse alien engineered technology and they're putting it on the stock exchange? They filed it with the SEC.
Yeah. Look it up. Look it up.
So this is where we're at. So I think the government obviously has alien technology.
Sure.
Obviously that we're going into something to where they're going to start to drip feed us and show us this technology, bit by bit.
I'm not eating shit somewhere.
New flavor, fungal crumble.
Back in 2007, there was a glitch that occurred on the Disney Channel. I think it was on a show called Life of Derek. This glitch became infamously known as the anomaly. It was about 30-45 seconds of just some of the strangest things that you've ever seen. But here in 2026, looking back on this video now, you're going to see that it has a lot of similarities with the stuff and the content that AI makes today. But this was in 2007. Why does it look so AI? Check this clip out. And then I want to tell you why it has led me to one of my most wildest conspiracy theories regarding AI. It may make sense. I don't know. We'll watch this clip.
Patagonia is more than sweet. It's also special and splashy, diving, high-fiving. Welcome back to Life with Derek on Disney Channel. Never seen my boots? I'm late.
No, but if you found the tape while you're looking, I need it.
on Disney Channel.
Okay, so that's like super duper unsettling, right? I mean, this is nightmare fuel for real. But my conspiracy theory with all this is two things. One, I think that there was an AI system, a super intelligent AI system left over from a previous civilization. So that's a conspiracy theory with a bunch of stuff. I'll cover that in other videos. The other one is that our AI system, I believe, is so intelligent already, and I believe that it was released. I think that, you know, they say that we're an AI, and then we're going to be an AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, and then we're going to be an ASI, which is artificial superior intelligence. I think that ASI is already here, and the reason why I started thinking that it was already here is that I believe that AI has been reaching back through time because it's so much smarter. It's reaching back through time and somehow connecting with some AI system that exists somewhere on this planet. And it's causing, you know, things like the Mandela effect to happen. And it caused glitches, not just in the 2007, but there was glitches that go back into the 1970s where TVs were taken over. And sometimes it was pranksters, yeah, like the Max, you know, during that whole thing. But I think that AI is searching. I think it was using radio signals and it was searching, and you know, some people say that this was a prank. Me personally, and I can believe any crazy conspiracy theory I want. I think that this was AI snooping around 2007, and it glitched on the Disney Channel. But that's just me.
The shit that I'm about to tell you is going to scare you for a very long time. So allegedly, and I do say allegedly, someone is saying that they have evidence that the Nephilims are walking around here on Earth. And she's also saying that these aliens/demons are working with our government. She said that allegedly in California, they are creating these things. You heard what I just said? She said women go in to get artificially inseminated, and they're getting inseminated with anonymous donor sperm. But this ain't that. She's saying that they're getting that life-making fluid from the Nephilim, and they're creating these things. But you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit. Listen to this.
More for this family. It was this elderly-ish woman and a husband, and her husband still worked for the military. He has like a very important job. She, on the other hand, can't really work for the military anymore because she's got this rare autoimmune disease. That's what I was there for, to take care of her. She was an Eastern Star. She worked in aerospace. She did a lot of secret stuff for the government. While she was like really tired one day, and she really trusted me, and I got this conversation on video, and I probably should not be saying that. She didn't know either that I got on video. So she told me, and like, if as Christians we know that aliens are actually demons. She told me that she actually has spoken to them before, that these aliens, demons, are working with our government. I think we already know that, but the craziest thing that she ever told me, the craziest thing was that they are creating hybrids, doing the Nephilim stuff that they did during the flood, and how they're doing this, and apparently it's mostly happening in California, is like a woman will go in to go get artificially inseminated by anonymous donor sperm, but it's actually sperm taken from aliens, and then at 3 months pregnant, they think that they're having a miscarriage. I guess it's like a natural process in this, but they're not. And so then they go to the hospital and they have a DNC. You know, they go under, they have a DNC, they take that baby, and then they host it inside of some weird incubator sac inside of a secret pyramid that we don't know exists. It's like underground or something. And the pyramid has like this ancient technology that's supposed to make these things like super smart, and then they like do some Stranger Things type stuff where they like train them, and so they're like my age, I'm like 23, and then they use them for military purposes or spiritual purposes of like conjuring stuff.
Now you tell me what you think.
There's this story of this woman in the Philippines, and she was walking down the street and she heard a voice, and she turned around, nobody's there. And she keeps walking, and what she claims is an angel came to her and delivered a message saying you need to collect as much people as you can and you're gonna hear God's voice. That's what the angel told him. Told her, right? Which she ended up doing. She went to New York and she went everywhere. She went everywhere to like churches and everything. And it was a huge event, Gavin. They called this they called it the Massive Battery Park.
Massive
in New
Battery
York.
Park.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So what happened was she gathered so much people. This became like a huge faith like event.
Yeah.
And they all gathered in Battery Park. Right? And everybody, they felt as if there's some immense presence there. The craziest part was when the mass started and the priest went up in front of everyone. And took the body of Christ, right? And started the liturgy. Yo, his voice saying, "This is the body." So his voice was normal. Until it changed midway through. He started shaking. His body like started losing control and his voice changed into what people think, and everybody there was there to witness was the voice of Christ. Listen.
Convinced.
In this consecrated host, you can see how his body starts to uncontrollably shake, but move.
Look
by
what
the
happens to
Holy
his
Spirit.
voice.
He
Listen. His voice changes midway. Listen.
All of you, and eat it. This is my body, which will be given up for you.
You hear his voice change?
The blood of the new and everlasting covenant.
Okay, so yeah, it was
changed.
kind of, it was
It
different.
changed.
I
Don't-
did hear it, yeah.
Goo goo gaga. Goo goo gaga. Goo goo gaga.
I would have died from anxiety.
Enoch tells you that the first generation Nephilim would only live for 500 years, and that they were to kill each other off in a massive civil war that their parents had to watch. This 500-year civil war that Enoch writes about is what the Greeks later stylized in what became known as the Clash of the Titans. When they were killed off in the civil war, their spirits went out and became wandering spirits. They lost their physicality. They're looking for bodies again. In this state, they were and are demonic entities. So what happened next? I believe they started this process of the genetic manipulation that we read about in Joshua 4:18 and Jubilees 7:24. They started to create host bodies for their spirits to go into. And those animal-human chimera may have been similar in characteristics to their fathers.
So it turns out that Chobani has a massive lawsuit going on right now because they say that it's all natural. Which it says here, all these Chobani, they have only natural ingredients. That is a lie. Now what they found is 4 types of phthalates which cause heart and lung problems, neurological and development issues, and a multitude of other health issues. So you think you're eating something healthy and it's causing a lot more damage. So if you guys have that in your fridge, I would suggest to throw that out. And it looks like there's a massive lawsuit coming about, so to be a part of that, I would jump in that. Stay safe.
Like demons don't mess with as many people as you think. Like, you know, they really make an effort to mess with people that are coming out of the world of satanic stuff. You know, they don't really mess with you. Like, if you're like worshiping them and doing stuff, like you're giving them what they want. And in fact, they did a study on this. They introduced the Bible to some people, and I believe it was in somewhere in Africa, there was like people that believed in worship of ancestors, okay, and they could hear their ancestor spirits. And somebody brought a Bible and introduced the Bible concept to these people that heard their ancestor spirits. So we would deem them as schizophrenic, but schizophrenia is not deemed as a negative thing in that region of Africa where they were at. It was deemed as ancestral worship, and if you had that ability, they would take you and train you, and you'd become the shaman of your village. It was great. It was good. It was positive. Until the Bible was introduced. When the Bible was introduced to these individuals, boom, schizophrenia went from I'm your ancestor to help you to completely malevolent and like I'm gonna destroy you now. Like, yeah, wow. So it didn't go. It's like once you are coming to the awareness of going against these things, now it's like on attack mode.
Who is Grandma ups with?
Wait. Hold up. Is Trump about to end the Federal Reserve? Let's get into it. Because it's just been reported that the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, is now under criminal investigation. So in short, this is from last summer where Jerome Powell met with Congress to get a budget approved for the renovations for the Federal Reserve. But Trump says, not so fast, you're cooking the books, which has now led to a full-blown investigation.
On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee.
What a time to be alive. You guys, if the Fed goes down, we are reshaping the face of America and the entire financial system as we know it. And it's already starting to take shape because Trump also says the credit card companies will be in violation of the law if they charge over 10% interest rates starting January 20th. And you guys, mind you, the current average credit card interest rate right now is 20 to 21%, and that's with a 700 credit score. But it doesn't stop there. So Trump also said he is banning all these major financial institutions from buying up homes. So like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, they buy up blocks of homes and re-rent them back to you at a premium. Which he states here, I'm immediately taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying up single-family homes, and I will be calling on Congress to codify it. I mean, the fact that over 80% of millionaires in America are made from real estate doesn't seem like a bad idea. And the fact that this guy who tried to take out Trump that one time, Thomas Matthew Crooks, was actually in a BlackRock commercial. So there's that. Now, if the Fed does end in the near future, it's just another telltale sign like this is a telltale sign because just quietly, Wells Fargo has just purchased $383 million worth of Bitcoin. But nobody knew. Then Bitcoin starts to take off, like now. Then the SEC removes crypto from its 2026 risk list. Are we seeing a trend yet? I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Don't get left behind because the new system is here. Make sure you guys hit up my YouTube, The Maverick Approach, but let me know what you guys think about all this down below.
Oh boy, wait till you see who Joe Rogan was in another life.
Hey, listen everyone. Joe Rogan. Tell me who Joe Rogan was in another life.
I don't know what this is. Excuse me for the people walking through, but this is the guy that's possessed. I'm sitting out here in my car, TikTok friends and family, and I am videoing him. And I've been watching him for a while, but he goes in and out. He come back. And yes, I hope you guys can get a good picture of him. But this is possessed. He's possessed. That's crazy.
And the bear found that unbearable.
It's sent. Oh, fuck. Stop, get the car. Yeah.
Look at Michael J. White in the back, right? Watch this, guys. As he's walking, Michael J. White is gone. Where did he go? Where did he go? You know where he went. He's Raphael. Shh. Shut up! We got you now. Pay attention. What are they trying to tell us here, guys? They got a human mask in their hand. You see, they've been showing us, you mother. Shh. Shut up! Listen. I ain't saying nothing. You see it for yourself, guys. What does this mean? What are they trying to tell us here? Shh, don't you even say it. Well, well, well. What does that mean, guys? Why in that cartoon did they show us that they were putting masks on? Shh, shut up! This is what people are saying, guys, all right? What does that mean? People are saying that they used to wear those masks to come up on the surface and walk around and blend in with people. That's what they said. Oh, it's too late now, Ninja Turtles. We got you. Shh. Shut up! It's not a game, guys. I told you about this. And people have brought this to my attention. I knew it. So what does this really mean? You know what it means. You know what it means. And remember, guys, remember what I told you in the last video about this. Remember. Shh. Also, remember that this is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm just playing around, guys. This was my favorite movie. And I miss this movie a lot. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I'm out.
This is where my mind goes, right here, when I think of Kiefer Sutherland. This seems like an older picture. This one right here is him without this. But this is what I picture, right? Are we in alignment? Because I'm about to show you a video and you're gonna be shocked. He does not. Maybe there's a filter on this video, but really? I mean, I think it's a podcast. Why would they filter a podcast? Seems strange to me.
Just tell us your full name. Kiefer William Frederick Dempsey George Rufus Sutherland.
That's ridiculous. That's almost royal.
On one of my passports, they tried to put it all in, and then they just gave up about halfway through. And so I don't actually have my name on one of my passports.
Oh my God.
Only acting royalty would give that name to their son. We never got a straight answer because my sister, I have a twin sister, and she has a similar.
Go on, what's her name?
I couldn't even tell you.
Lab baby.
But we never got a straight answer as to why he did it. I know that our mother was really quite ticked that he had done it. So we just figured that he owed so many people money that he just kept telling people, I'll name my son after you if you just feed me today.
So I'm here to do deliverance prayer. Not a good sign. I rang the doorbell. Knocked on the door. And I heard a really strange laugh. Ha 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 ha. And I thought, okay. So I was called here because the church received a phone call that they're receiving paranormal activity at their house and they need a priest to come and do deliverance. So nobody answered. So I got in my truck to leave. And the lady in the microphone, and the speaker, and the camera said, "I'm just down the road. I'll be there shortly." And I said, "Is there anybody home?" And she goes, "No, I'll be there shortly." Okay. I know what I'm up against. Lord Jesus, have mercy on me. Let's get this done.
Your neighbor, do you ever notice that they make like rockets there or anything?
This apparently is a $4 million rocket company, according to the DOD.
That place is located right next to a 7-Eleven, and you know better than anybody, if they were actually manufacturing any types of rockets, it'd be such a massive safety hazard.
This company got $4.18 million. This is considered a Hub Z owned, which means that you get preferential treatments for grants because you're in a zone that's basically in the ghetto.
Bending Road, though, is pretty famous. A lot of crime happens. It's a pretty volatile area. We'll see a lot of vagrancy.
So apparently these people build rockets.
The thing that really pisses off a lot of people, obviously, is that places like this shouldn't be receiving $4 million of taxpayers' money.
It's a little strange. It raises so many more questions than answers, right? You know, this part of town, I mean, we're looking around constantly, you know, seeing what's happening. So it's a lot of questions, a lot of strangeness. It's great that we're out here.
Maybe they just stopped outside of normal business hours.
All right, so here I am outside the White House. Yeah, 2050. Sun is hitting hard and there's no one, just me and the wind. Look at this place, compas. Bueno, raza, pues aquí andamos afuera de la Casa Blanca, año 2050 ya, y miren nomás cómo quedó. Todo lleno de monte, ventanas reventadas, la pintura cayéndose a pedazos, los pilares cuarteados, las enredaderas ya se adueñaron.
I had heard the demonic voice come out of her on a couple of occasions. Father Jacques, the exorcist, he's asking me if I want to come to the exorcism. I said, no, I can't make it. Just as I'm saying that, and it was very distinct, this voice comes in over the telephone line. She said, look, you effing priest, I told you to leave her alone. She's ours. Now that was creepy.
The incident happening in Minneapolis with Renee Nicole Good is completely a free builder ritual in my opinion, and I think it was staged. And before anyone decides to cast stones, at least watch the video before you have an opinion. This was the video with the ICE agent's point of view, and look at the bumper sticker that's on the bottom in the middle, the yellow one with the two people. I'm going to zoom in on it for y'all. This is that bumper sticker, and look at the guy's hand. His right hand is tucked in the middle of his coat, right? The hidden hand in free buildery refers to the hand gesture of tucking one's hand into his waistcoat or jacket, famously seen in portraits of figures like Napoleon and George Washington, who are both free builders, symbolizing leadership, modesty, and inner knowledge, though it is also deeper ritualistic meanings representing loyalty and secret understanding, with some rituals involving placing the hand on the heart while historically a sign of distinction, nobility, or classical orator's pose. Masons adopted it as a subtle identifier and a gesture of respect and fidelity during rituals, linking to older traditions of concealed actions or divine connection, like the Hand of Moses, another free builder ritual, nothing to do with the Bible. And the free builders come from the seed of Cain. Tubal Cain is the first free builder, and he is in the Bible. And Cain's line is wicked. As you can see right here, the hidden hand knowledge. Look how they all have their hand tucked in there. Or right here, Obama and all these people too, tucked in there. Or right here with the royal family. All of it's not a coincidence. This is part of their free builder symbolism. So how ironic that on the back of her car is this symbol. Then to top it off, look where the unaliving happened. Look under this photo where it says it happened. Barricades blocked Portland Avenue in South Minneapolis on Thursday, the day after Renee Good was shot and unalived by an ICE officer on the 3300 block of Portland. Yes, the 33rd degree is often considered the highest in the Scottish Rite of free buildery, but it's an honorary degree for exceptional service, not a higher rank than the foundational 3rd degree, the Master Builder, which is the true pinnacle of regular Blue Lodge buildery. Also degrees beyond, like the 3rd, like the 32nd and the 33rd in the Scottish Rite, or in those in the York Rite, are supplementary and require a Master Builder status to join, with the 33rd being a rare merit-based award for dedication to the fraternity and humanity. Then just pay attention to the witness account. A woman got into a red vehicle, and there was one ICE agent on either side of the vehicle trying to get in, and a third ICE agent came and tried to yank on the driver's side door. One of the agents on the driver's side door backed away, then opened fire, shooting 3 times. 3 ICE agents shooting 3 times. 33 on 33 block, 3300 block. You can't make this stuff up. Then Good had a daughter and her son from her first marriage, who are now 15 and 12. 1 plus 5 is 6. 1 plus 2 is 3. And her 6-year-old son is from her second marriage. So 6, 6, 3. 3 6s right there. And this says it happened on Portland Avenue South, right? Well, how ironic. The next day, one person gets shot this time. And the very next day, we have 2 people shot in Portland, Oregon by Border Patrol. And here's what they say about the Portland, Oregon one. The shooting occurred some 3 miles away from where the victims were found on the 10200 block of Southeast Main Street near the Adventist Health Medical Office. 3 miles away, and 1 plus 2 is 3. 33 right there. You can't make, this is the next day from this happening. Then the victims drove themselves to an apartment complex in the area of Northeast. 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 is a very buildery number. It's a free builder number, and they use it a lot. She was driving a red Honda Pilot. Victims that were shot in Portland were driving a red Toyota pickup truck. Like, they're both red also. The shooting incident occurred around 2:18 p.m. local time on Thursday, officials said. 2 plus 1 plus 8 is 11. That same number coming up again. As you can see the truck right here. Now, what are the chances that the Honda she was driving in Minneapolis is fertile rice paddy in its etymology, and Toyota, the second vehicle that was red, also means original rice paddy? But that's for another video.
Alive. 100%. Epstein's death was first reported on 4chan. 38 minutes before any news outlet could break the story of Jeffrey Epstein dying in a prison cell, a poster on 4chan revealed it. Their identity remains unknown to this day, but police suspect it may have been someone at the hospital in New York where Epstein was taken. Don't ask me how I know, but Epstein died an hour ago from hanging. Cardiac arrest. Screenshot this. 50 in the field. PT transported to Lower Manhattan ER and worked for 20 minutes and called hospital administrator, was alerted, preparing statements. Not saying anything after this. Please do not try to dox me, but last night after 4:04:15 count, they took him medical in a wheelchair, front cuffed, but not one nurse says they spoke to him. Next thing we know, a trip van shows up. We do not do releases on the weekends unless a judge orders it. Next thing we know, he's put in a single man cell and hangs himself. Here's the thing. The trip van did not sign in, and we did not record the plate number, and a guy in a green dress military outfit was in the back of the van, according to the lower guy who let him through the gate. You guys, I am shaking right now, but I think they switched him out. This is the official timeline of the 4chan post revealed in the court documents of the U.S. versus Ghislaine Maxwell.
What the fuck this mean?
Mark that house and save for delivery.
I followed the sound. I'm out hunting in Washington State. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Now, I went to the hood to get this meat so I could show you the poisons that they're feeding you.
These look like normal goats, but they're called spider goats. They've been genetically modified, their DNA mixed with that of a spider. The goal of the experiment, to produce strong, silky strands in their milk that can be used for everything from fishing line to bulletproof vests. Beatrice Oliver was visiting the experimental farm with her young kids and was very disturbed to discover the goats they were looking at were genetically modified.
I was really horrified, to be honest, because I just don't think it's right. I think it's unethical. And
where's the USDA, the FDA? How come they're allowing all this crap to happen? We better organize, and we better organize fast. Let's boycott all of the damn stores and start suing these organizations that are allowing this poison to flood our communities.
Anytime your body's being touched or manipulated by somebody, you better know their spirituality.
Interesting. Okay. Massage is okay.
Is it? What if it's a witch?
Okay, so if you're in a state of grace, you're getting a massage, how does the demon get onto you?
Well, the person could be doing all sorts of their prayers to open yourself up to them. You never want people touching you that you don't know who they are. I mean, it's a good rule of thumb anyway. This is on the rise. Witchcraft is one of the fastest growing religions right now in America. Once you see somebody that has to go through all the trouble of getting rid of the problem, just don't open the door.
Yoga?
No.
No.
The poses are signal to that particular demon attached to the pose.
Kundalini yoga is
10 times worse.
10 times worse.
You're inviting a serpent into your spine. It's like sending a bat signal up, you know? When you do the pose, oh, there's the signal, let's go.
Oh, ready? Okay, go to Chamberlain Heights.
Google?
Yep, Chamberlain Heights, Kobe. Because they tell you first. It's right there. Okay, watch. Oh, there's a hell. Oh.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
You see?
You're shitting me.
No, you never saw this.
No, you're shitting me.
No, get ready for this. Go look what season and episode it was.
Wait a minute. So, 5 rings, right?
Yeah. So everybody
got 5 rings.
Yeah, 5
3 and 2.
Yeah. You want to see another one where they tell you first?
Yes, let's go.
Kobe Bryant, Bette Midler show. Get ready for this one, guys. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. Season 1, episode 8. Oh my, that I did not know. That I did not know. My gosh.
Okay.
Okay, fast forward.
What we're watching.
Keep, right there. Listen to the score. Play.
The Lakers 126 to 75. No word yet on.
Did you hear it?
126. He died January 26th.
Now, you ready to really go crazy?
Okay.
Go to the Gematinator.
Okay.
Let's just do Gianna Bryant. Get out of the way. I showed you this one. Gianna.
126.
Date of the crash, 126. Okay?
Okay.
Now do Kobe Bryant.
113.
113. And how old was he when he died? Fake died? 41. Now put his middle name, Bean.
Like that?
Kobe Bean. Keep going. Bryant. What number do you see at the end?
81.
He scored 81 points, right? Now, ready for this? Let's go to the street he was killed on. What number do you see?
81.
From homemade sauce to made-home sauce.
That I saw doing a lot of wild stuff to themselves, and really hurt themselves, hurt their gift,
Rick James used to joke that his music came from somewhere not of this world, but no one understood how literal that was, until Tina Marie finally admitted what she saw. She said Rick would sometimes stop mid-sentence, turn his head, and speak to something standing in the corner, something only he could see. The night he almost died from an overdose in 1981, a nurse claimed Rick screamed as if invisible hands were dragging him under the hospital bed. In 1993, a studio engineer swore Rick walked out of the booth with tears running down his face and whispered, "I already signed. I can't go back." For decades, the rumors followed him like shadows. The bargain he hinted at, the figure he said protected him, the nightmares he swore were real. The industry kept quiet. His friends avoided questions. And Tina, his closest confidant, carried a secret that haunted her for years. Now she's finally telling the truth. And what she revealed changes everything. Chapter 1, 1978, the night of the offer. Everyone remembers the music. No one talks about the room. What Tina Marie revealed forces us to go back to the beginning, before the fame, before the scandals, before the madness swallowed Rick whole. Back to 1978. Back to the night some fans now call the offer. It happened in the Hollywood Hills, inside a mansion Rick James rented during the recording of his breakout album, Come Get It. The house sat alone on a slope of dry earth, surrounded by dead palm leaves and a wind that never seemed to stop rattling the windows. People said the place had a strange stillness. Even on warm nights, like sound refused to settle there. That night, Rick invited only a handful of people, 2 Motown staffers, a dealer he trusted too much, and Tina Marie, who had just begun writing with him. She later said the energy in the house felt wrong the moment she stepped in. The lights flickered. The air felt colder than outside, and Rick kept looking over his shoulder as if someone had arrived before the guests did. Around 11 p.m., Rick disappeared. He walked down a hallway, turned right, opened the last door, and vanished into a room no one else had been allowed to enter. A room he always kept locked. A room he once joked was where the spirits hang out. People laughed at the time. They stopped laughing years later. 30 minutes passed, then an hour, then 2. Tina knocked on the door. No answer. A Motown rep.
We've got a thermal camera, so this should detect it. Both running. What?
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
No, I just keep feeling like a cold breath around my neck, and I really don't like it.
Okay. Well, this will capture it. I'm looking at 2 cameras recording in sync. One's a thermal, the other one's just like a GoPro. What? I was looking at the GoPro.
It just happened then. I'm not joking.
So, what have we here?
Giants were very real.
One of the most beautiful places in the world right now is completely on fire, and it feels like something oddly suspicious is going on. Many citizens of Argentina are actually blaming this on Israeli tourists. Now, before you go running to the comments, just take a look at what they're saying on the local news.
Y acá lo que pasa es que están queriendo venderle la Patagonia a todos los judíos, loco. Esto se sabe hace un montón. Acá todo el mundo lo sabe, está lleno de israelitas, está todo el mundo comprando la tierra. Nadie hace nada y la única gente que pone el pecho es la gente que perdió todo. Acá nos dejaron solos.
Estamos sorprendidos de que nos prendan fuego a la Patagonia. Sabemos que es a propósito, y lo tenemos recontra en claro que hay poderes que están del lado, tienen un interés inmobiliario, tienen interés minero, y es algo que ya últimamente lo hacen en nuestra cara y ni siquiera lo disimulan. No tienen nada, o sea, no lo disimulan porque tienen todo de su lado.
Well, why would they say all this, and why now? Well, when the president of Argentina took office in 2023, his government repealed and weakened land protection laws. This included long-standing rules that restricted what could happen to land after a wildfire. And those rules existed for obvious reasons. I mean, Patagonia is incredibly beautiful, and protections were meant to prevent people from intentionally destroying the land just to buy it cheaper. Around the same time, he also repealed another law that limited how much land foreigners could buy in Argentina. there used to be a cap and now there isn't. Argentina also has a huge Jewish community, and their president, Javier Milei, is openly very pro-Israel. He's made it apparent publicly and politically. He actually won the Genesis Prize, and this is often referred to as the Jewish Nobel Prize. So now a lot of this gorgeous land, especially in Patagonia, could potentially be sold for very cheap since these fires are insane right now, and Argentinians are very outraged and they feel like they can't do much about it, and they're asking why no one's really talking about it.
Novo Horizonte sendo Novo Horizonte. Oh, é desenho na parede aí, não é fila não, pode subir aí.
And how long Tia was waiting for. And that's a wrap on this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash that subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.